Bona tarda a tothom. Soc en Carles Vicente, d'aquí del Museu Etnològic i de Cultures del Món. M'acompanya en Jordi Guixé, que és director de l'EUROM. I anem a donar pas a la quarta edició d'aquestes jornades que fem conjuntament amb EUROM Universitat.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Uso la presència de la regidora de Memòria, que a l'últim moment, per temes d'agenda, sembla ser que no, és evident que no està amb nosaltres.
So, in this museum, this fourth conference, we are very excited about it for two reasons. One is because we are consolidating discussions on issues which are in today's actuality, and we want to be a part of it. We want to also share what we think about this. The second reason why we are so excited about this conference, we will hear about today and tomorrow from Jordi in more detail, but I would like to say that the topic for this year, and we are pleased to say that it pleases us especially because it has to do with two of the four work lines that we deal with at the museum. I will mention them quickly. One is the potential of collections, starting from contemporary creation. The second one doesn't have a direct relationship with today's conference, but it has to do with proximity and closeness. We are totally involved in getting to know our neighbors in this street and also our next neighborhood neighbors. We want them to come over, want to get to know each other, we want them to take part in the activities in the neighborhood. And this is why we become involved in a more conscious way. The other two activities I mentioned before are, firstly, to understand the Ethnological Museum of Cultures in the World is a space of gathering of cultures and places in the world, a space that will allow us to reread and interpret ourselves together with the communities of origins which are represented or not in the museum, but giving them a voice so that we can have a cultural dialogue. And most of all, the defense of cultural diversity within this environmental change. There's a very important change that is not mentioned often in the media, probably, but that's the cultural homogenization and the disappearance of different ways of understanding the world, of different visions and perspectives. Today's panel will try to contribute to this discussion. Languages that are lost, landscapes, cultures that are lost. And another topic that has to do with today's conference is the reviewing of the collectives of museums here from a non-Eurocentric perspective, which makes us look at our collections in a different way, looking at all the provenance research involved in them and where they come from. Luis Ramoneda will be moderating the other table, and he will tell you about it. But the most important thing about this is that we must learn to have a non-Eurocentric outlook, perspective. So it will be the case for our collections in this museum and also for the collections shown in the Montjuïc Museum. Knowing who has done what, who has come up with a specific piece, is as important to do in our collections within the country, in the rural areas, in the cities, as in other Catalan and Spanish regions. Jordi Guixé will tell us a bit more about today and tomorrow's sessions. Thank you very much, Carlos. One more year, we find ourselves here with the same initiative, but also with a stubbornness to keep on repeating this conference as an annual cycle and as a permanent working axis with you, the people from the Ethnological and World Culture Museum in Barcelona, coming also from other fields. And I want to thank the team of interpreters, Fernanda, Ricardo Conesa, Celeste Muñóz, and the intervening speakers that came from different places today. Thank you and welcome. Obviously, thank you to the museum, the team from the museum, the museum staff. So yes, Repairing the Past is the title of this conference, and repairing colonialism. Last week, we had almost an hypertrophy of hyperactivism in Brussels last week. And in terms of museum policies, cooperation has gone to citizens on values, and the general director of social equality rights is gone. So when it comes to colonialism and colonial memory, he said that it is here to stay. So we decided already, with a lot of you who have taken part in this, that this is a permanent work axis. So we are confirming this interest in this multiple memory. The title also speaks about this eco-social crisis. There's a new platform, there's a new network that is starting to grow as a big network in which Europe, the United States, and the Caribbean region would take part. And this network would be dealing with a lot of their contemporary issues and ecological, economical crisis. So we want to deal with them as well. In our conference, there will be a shooting. We will watch a film as well. And as Carla said, without leaving the reparation axis from a perspective of memory, of public policy about these issues, which is very important. And also thinking about the projects that other entities are developing. And one of our main reflections have to do with violences. And today is not a great day. Hopefully it's not a great day for most of the people here, and politics are not my strong suit, and it's not a good it's not a good day to think in the short term to debate, what's going to happen, thinking about the United States mainly. But we want to keep ourselves stubborn and constant, persevere in our reflections. In the Observatory, European Observatory of Memories, we want to keep on meeting once a year. We just organized a guided visit with Barcelona University with different students. In this case, students from art studies, geopolitics and geostrategy have to do also with our discussion. So we'll have a contribution from the municipality, the city council, and also a contribution from other places in Europe. I hope we will be counting on each other for this, that you will be counting on us and that we will be counting on you. Carlos, congratulations for giving this new opening and trying something that is very hard, which is to come up with new activities, new visions for museums based on permanent collections. You are proposing actions to reflect about those collections, but also to dynamize among the young generations to create social and political debate. So, and you will always be available to help with that.